Vampire Survivors is probably one of the best games like ever created when it comes to serotonin or anything of that sort. If you don't know what Vampire Survivors is, it's basically where you collect some loot and you walk around the map, destroy monsters, and you're trying to survive a time limit, essentially. You've probably seen other games like this on your phone, like Survive.io, that are basically just copy and paste of this type of game or the game formula. Now, for me personally, my entire life, I have never liked copy and paste games. I, in fact, hate copy and paste games. It was one of the few things I hate my entire life because I think it is kind of weird to basically be like, man, this game did really well, and instead of coming up with your own idea, to just basically steal the person's idea, steal money from them, and to collect off of their benefit. And I'm not saying Vampire Survivors is the first game to ever do something like this, but more accurately is the first game to ever produce like a very high end trend behind it with its own unique mechanics. Let me show you guys what Vampire Survivors is so that way you guys can kind of get a little bit of an idea of what I'm talking about for the game itself. So this is what it is. This is Vampire Survivors. So like you can see here, you collect items in the top left here, and you go around and you destroy monsters. It's pretty simple. Like I said, you've probably seen a game like this sometime before, but this was like the OG version that like was super trendy before a bunch of people tried to copy it into mobile games. And I think it's like kind of good, at the end of the day, that Vampire Survivors didn't copyright game mechanics. I think no game should be able to copyright game mechanics as a overall. But I think it also sucks because there's a lot of people that don't even know Survivors exist. You know, I'll be like, I'll introduce it to one of my friends, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I played this type of thing on my phone before," and I have to sadly kind of explain to be like, "Yeah, that's like the ripoff. You're playing the ripoff version. This is the OG." So what came about from this? Why am I talking about this? Well, a couple days ago, a game that I think is actually like peak gaming was released, and it is called Mega Bonk. And Mega Bonk is something very similar to Vampire Survivors. A lot of the similarities in walking around the map, getting loot, getting weapons, and destroying creatures. And I think that's part of what makes it fun. But they also added their own twist to it. No way! So finally someone basically came out with a version of Vampire Survivors, but with actually unique twists, has some memes in it, kind of follows the new trend that gaming is going about. And as you can see, it is fully 3D as well with multiple different worlds. But this is like the game in itself, right? So you're able to jump around the map, you're able to customize your character, get new skins, do infinite extra builds. Like, there's so many things in this game compared to Vampire Survivors that I think this is probably the first time I've seen something with a similar idea basically be potentially even better, dare I say. And it might sound weird, but I think this game is just one of those ones where you look at it and you're like, wow, that looks like fun. At least to me, right? Like, this looks like fun, even with me not even really playing these games actively. And I just watched my friend play this for like 4 hours yesterday. And it's absolutely crazy. I get paid tonight. I'm buying this game. As you see, I haven't even bought it yet. But I am buying this game when I get paid tonight. I don't care. Because it's one of those games that genuinely just looks good, like, as a overall. And I think that's something that a lot more games should try to work towards or manage, because it's so weird to me how it's become the norm to just copy and paste and just throw out slop, essentially, over and over again in the game world, to the point where we'll take Call of Duty. Call of Duty is one of my favorite franchises to ever exist. But we all know, every single person that's ever played Call of Duty before knows that there is a time period in Call of Duty where they physically put out the same game year after year. No difference, no nothing. Maybe like some different guns. And like that's about it. I mean, right now we're going from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7, and those games look exactly the same. And I think it's just sad to see the gaming industry kind of come to this. I saw someone the other day talk about, well, why aren't MMOs good anymore? It's not that MMOs aren't good, it's because people keep putting out the same slop nobody likes. And I think that's something to kind of take into consideration as game devs is like, maybe stop throwing out slop and start putting out peak. Because I could probably name, and you guys could probably name that are watching this video, could probably name 15 mechanics off the top of your head that would make a really good FPS, would make a really good survival game, a really good battle royale that other people just don't want to put in their game. And I think that's just crazy to me. But I don't know. I really just made this video because I saw MegaBonk, and MegaBonk is, it's not inspirational. It's not going to be winning game of the year, but it's probably one of the few games I've seen in a long time that took a old concept that people enjoy and said, how can we spice this up? How can we make this better? How can we actually do something with it? And I just wanted to share it because I think you guys would like it. And it's only like $9, and it is, it looks really really fun. I mean it, and I bet it is going to be really really fun actually playing it. And I might post a little bit of an update if it's terrible. I will. I'll 100%. I'll post an update if it's terrible. But I can't imagine it being bad, especially with like how enjoyable it was to watch for like 4 hours straight. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. If you get Mega Bonk, let me know what you guys think about it. And have a wonderful night. Peace.